Charlie gave women at TPUSA 6 months pay after giving birth. Woohoo. Is that somehow supposed to act like that he's some saint? He's far from it. He had issue with women. I don't know why. We have this male narcissistic problem in society, and then often what society does, and again, I'm no feminist, because, you got your E. Jean Carrolls on that other far end, crazy town end, okay? But because of crazy lunatics like her, then men like Charlie Kirk want to run around and act like that this is because of the women's rights movement, women are out of control. And it's like, no, it's because of men like you that don't have true masculinity, that aren't about protecting women, that want to do everything to hurt women. Okay, so one of the arguments is his debate about consent during sexual intercourse being a gray area. See, the vision of Charlie Kirk's world would be national abortion ban, and women being assaulted, and it more leaning towards, that it's all their fault, okay? Because, they didn't dress Christian, or who knows, always, any chance the bastard got to degrade women, but do it somehow wrapping it around his political bullshit, he did it. The biggest thing, but that's fine. If that's what men want to look to become, yeah, then you know what? Then don't expect your world to get better. He was so full of shit. But he said that the numbers of rape victims is exaggerated. That is such bullshit. Most women will not report it. So he went on, and this was a big controversy to say, and it ties all back to your people that are like the gatekeeper there in the White House, okay? Will Schaefer, who was friends with Charlie Kirk, that came out of Princeton and was part of that Tiger Inn club. Yeah, talk about a bunch of horrible men, okay? I don't know, that's what Princeton wants to, that's what they're putting out now, is those kind of men. Charlie Kirk explicitly described consent as a gray area in several public remarks in media clips in 2025. In a now widely circulated interview from his YouTube show, he says the law says that consent cannot be given or withdrawn if both parties or either party is intoxicated. Two people that are intoxicated post 2 a.m., he says, who is right, who is wrong? He added that under California law, if one or both of those people are drunk, consent is not a thing. Kirk claimed he was referring to ambiguity in how sexual assault laws handle mutual intoxication rather than excusing assault. Yeah, that's because he went on to say, he gave a concrete example. A fraternity guy and a sorority girl at age 19 hooking up, both 5 drinks in at 2 a.m., and all of a sudden she removes consent, calling this situation a murky middle gray area. This phrasing drew backlash. And then what did he want to run around and say? Oh, it's the crazy women's rights that are coming after me. No, it's just women that think you're an asshole. That's what he was. And that's the reason the whole national abortion ban, again, I've never been a feminist. Because the feminist movement, whatever they were maybe with getting voting rights, they were being exploited all the time, and they allowed themselves to be exploited. So when you tell me that people that worked for him, like somehow, when I hear these women out of the White House stand up for him, so I'm somebody, and this is what made me mad and why I was emailing the White House. But I wasn't emailing this William Schaefer jagoff, okay? Is that I do know it happens more often. You have no idea. The number is not, it's exaggerated low. It's way higher. Women don't report it. And women that get pregnant because of assault won't report it. That have an abortion. That's what made him an asshole. Look, I said I'm a recovering alcoholic 30 plus years. So this is going, long time ago. But because I used to, I was an alcoholic, okay? And I had it happen where I passed out. It wasn't at a fraternity, but it happened, and I didn't report it. Pretty much because I thought it's my own fault. I'm getting drunk. I had a drinking problem. But in all honesty, did it mean I deserved that? No, but in Charlie Kirk's effing eyes, it would have been. Because any chance that he could go after women, he did. Which is why this world promotes him. So what I question is these women that stand on some high horse and act like he was a saint. It's like, who are you women? You're a disgrace to women everywhere. There are so many women that are assaulted, most especially from fraternities across this country and secret societies, because people get them drunk or drug them. And then they don't report it. Why? Because this world goes after them. This world will protect the assholes like Charlie Kirk. So women don't report it. It's much higher. And for women that then get pregnant because they were assaulted, there's many that have abortions. And this Christian right would run around and say, how dare you, it's life, even though the Bible says it's not life yet. But Charlie Kirk went around and said that. Why? Because he was about going after women. I don't care what the Trumps say. I don't care what anybody says. They know it's true. Just because they want to be nice about it, I get it, but I'm not going to be. Not when somebody has that much power over all of the campuses. And all I can think is if it happened to me and I wasn't even on a campus, I was young, like all these women he's talking to, and he was always nasty to them. Whenever he had to debate a truly smart woman, he got that crazy look in his eyes. Princeton Social Club ousts 2 officers over degrading and sexually explicit emails. Yeah, because this was back in 2014. This is the Tiger Club, the same one that Charlie Kirk's good friend, that's the Trump's staff secretary, Will Schaefer, is from. So the phrase rape haven became associated with Princeton's University's Tiger Inn eating club after a 2004 incident involving misogynistic emails and an explicit photo taken without consent. The event did not involve a confirmed rape case, right? Because women won't report it. Nobody wants all that attention, and we don't live in a just world. So if Charlie Kirk was such a saint, he would have been speaking the truth. But he wasn't about that. He was about serving secret societies, serving the true misogynist men. All so they can create more narcissists just like him. The event did not involve a confirmed rape case, but rather allegations of inappropriate behavior and culture perceived as tolerating sexism and disrespect toward women. One included a photo of a woman performing a sexual act with a man on the club's dance floor, along with a crude caption referring to her as some Asian chick. The other email mocked Sally Frank, the Princeton alumni whose lawsuit forced the club to admit women. And then she was ridiculed because she's a woman. That's who all these men are. That's who they are. They are the problem. Charlie Kirk ran around this country and convinced everybody that women's rights ruined society instead of being a true man and taking responsibility for how he wasn't a man.